You know right, assassini, airport and Timaya, Mojana Nanum Shegu Edigu on my
Mima Obibi Akwaba eba MELODIES TV. So yesterday I saw something on social media and it was really interesting. Misreye mum, but I think say in a way no nepakono OTR update now wopeno any. Now Endra will be bisa sembi on social media and it was trending. Nepakono bisa say hey na Mensa wakwa kwahye and that okay okay Mama Nkasa side, but a lot of people were saying say that be Mensa I was say tinenka aden yen tinenka. Na yesterday IPAC meeting ekoso emunsem no ena mede bremo. There are issues bia me feel say e was say you discuss it because some revelations be came from the IPAC meeting no. And that your first time wa subscribe na click the notification bell so we understand latest news be about once ebeka mo ade bia mo complain say yemfa videos ento ha no ye creating new YouTube channel aye the videos etum say YouTube channel no e comment box ni mo link no e comment box ni mo inte click na subscribe am okay yan consem ni mo now senior na make no there was an IPAC meeting yesterday Accra na for I think 2 days inti Endra ende na IPAC meeting no ekoso. Obviously when you say IPAC meeting ekoso I mean from NDC one more current stance no omo IPAC meeting bia one more. So the MPP Impenifor and other parties don't come na koye but NDC obianko MPP say one more general secretary John Buedu ekoye one more campaign manager McMenu also ekoye but NDC I mean they didn't field in any personality it was quite interesting but not shocking because of the current stance at NDC for APK. Now in Sembebre by na woshe eye de course na Mensa a electoral commission no in a way she spoke on a lot of issues okasa won sembebre so the way forward for the electoral commission, how 2024 some of the things they will be implementing sikasem senior core and she made a revelation bia and the air trend the panse for the first time in the Fourth Republic not just from Rawlings time ever democratic rule to Kufuor time nini na air corner for the very first time. This is the only time a year government 100% fund the electoral process. Normally the in the electoral process you get funding from a lot of international bodies. What you say ABA EU for ebe funding interna they even send observers to come and observe our election because yes omo funding need to become what you say a lot of NGOs might decide to fund because democracy we all know is an expensive endeavor. There are international bodies who fund elections. Or say this is the very first time 100% Ghana yankasa ye fund yadie. This is the very first time. She spoke on the success of the election, the achievements of this particular election. Now, in some of our kind, they said the achievements actually include the successful use of biometric technology to ensure that the only unique individuals were registered to vote. What you say? But I don't think this is the first time we are using biometric technology. But anyway, she added that to their achievements and rightfully so. Waka intino dear no osanso ebobo ensembi so I mean say Ghanaians were able to check their registration details over the mobile phone. I checked my registration details over the mobile phone and it was the first time. So yes, so they can't achievement no I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean we checked our registration details all through to the election day. And I mean, we reduced the cost of election by 41%. As someone Mensa can say election, no, the cost of election normally say Yanfane say 100 cedis, and normally Ghana buying was spending. It's just an example I'm giving you. So Yanfane say 100 cedis, and Ghana buying every 4 years you spend it for election you reduce by 41%. Not to say Sisiano you spend 59 cedis. Into say 100 cedis na debia you spend this time around you spend 59 cedis. Into debia aboa or my Ghana. Obviously, this is also supposed to be part of the achievements. I mean, she spoke on that. Now she spoke on the agenda as well. Sisia one more agenda, especially the IPAC meeting. The agenda of the IPAC. Remember, as I said, a 2-day workshop, and they spoke on a lot of issues. Now it brought about actors, stakeholders, CSOs, in people who are well vested into and are people who have interest in our electoral process or democratic process. No, that's not to say the NDC don't have our democracy at heart. No, I mean, they have their own issues with the EC, and so they've decided not to be going. But you see, since the NDC has decided not to be going for these IPAC meetings, no, I just wish that one day decision be enkoso now womomba bonten because they've not been they've not been told, because you've decided not to be going for the meetings. If you don't go for the meetings, if they take decisions, how do you expect to contribute to it? So I feel say I think say this is about the second time at EC have an IPAC meeting, just 4 months or 5 months after the election. In the NDC 4, they should try to solve their issues with the EC and then be attending these IPAC meetings, because in a long run, it can even hurt them. That's personally what I feel. Now, I mean, the EC also held a review process of the election, and every institution, like the EC, every democratic institution, it was say revealing when they say, okay, I say. Ena enyama ankoso ahase ena enyama eyeden ekoso wiye na say review no isi ne trace well the electoral processes no and its performances no ade bia so mo ye review la, it will build on the resilience of the whole electoral process. And factor say e was say wo mo ye, and I strongly agree. I say it was important to consider that although constructive critique was a vital part of any institutional building and learning process, the acknowledgement and celebration of the success of the 2020 elections could propel improvements in country's electoral processes. Not to say yes, in Crawford or normal Casitia election, we were one koye, we were one koye. Now so ye share nyamana e koye no so na ye can ebeboa. Na the next election and so no yetumi ayeden aye ne ye nti no say the good side of the election and so almost say ya na nkrofo enhwe sa side no, and I mean this is what the EC is also saying. Nti say as state institutions we tend to gloss over our achievements. As a country, our default mode is to cast assessment of public initiatives or exercises in the mode of fault-finding machines armed with a fine-tooth comb, seeking earnestly to find fault. And indeed true. I say, we share institutions bia wo mo de ne de nsem o meka ye wo mo achievement. On my Ghana so initially, send ya adwen aye no, de ye ya ne say ye find fault. Inti akwa say we beka ne achievement, we nso beka ne fault. Inti no I mean they touched on that. And but it's in the making statement for me it was confusing. Let me read it and then explain. I say sadly we are slow to recognize where we have put good processes and systems in place, much less document them. In a bid to improve upon our past performance, we rush to propose new recommendations when the old processes and structures are working very well. What's it was share, and I feel say personally, she was speaking on the mentality of Ghanaians at large. Say, yankophobia, we are slow to recognize. Baby, the good processes so Emma systems no aye juma. Ya documenting well. We don't recognize those things. Na in a bid to improve upon our past performances in the area, say we rush to propose new recommendations when the old processes and structures are working well. Na sa same way easy na kano me me who said they've shot themselves in the foot. And an example of that, the new voters ID card that wamuma you know, because the old voters ID card, there was nothing wrong with it. Mama yeti said the register was bloated, and so we needed a new voters register. New one the number was even higher than the old one. I understand the fact that yes, there were more people but every 4 years, the average number, you can strike the average number of new people who turn 18 more can register no. Now say that number no with the number that you claim it was bloated no, does it correlate? Inti this as someone womo ekwakan in the review process Ghana the san yete system ye juma krana na ye pese ye di new things but meanwhile the old structures are working very well no me feel says same way womo akan they've shot themselves in the foot omo shutu omo anka so omo ho and that me say the new voters register untumi fanye the new voters ID card untumi fanye hwe wo man Ghana mu untumi fanye hwe ukoye official adie bia na ukita new voters register yenje eye old one na na ye yusu. So what was the essence of the new voters ID card? Untumi fanye hu e wo man Ghana and na will be frame nipa kono koye ne passport okoye ne passport too. The old only old voters ID card na new one no yanje yesi ho untumi yusu. And so it shows you say yes one of the things they are saying, and I am happy that they are realizing this. I just hope say it is not something that Omwankasa do omwano den can keke just for saying sake. What you say and they also spoke on the challenges of a year about no their course no. Now one of challenges our boss on say the illegality of encouraging minors and foreigners to register as voters. Wobia undi 18 wobia 1 year Ghana ni na yede na kwa kujino se won konko to aba, and we saw that thing actually happening. We saw that happening. What you say every year, every 4 years bia you who say eyadia esi na say they even spoke on that say na yede sobona ba bebo easy na so bisa ho say ho amu na de nkrofo we eba ho nti asema wa kan no say we must ask ourselves now who cause some mostly politicians no and edim krofui ekoguo they cut illegal persons to the registration centers until wobo I think say this was only the challenger wobo. So it's quite interesting say the EU observers mission our mobile no ebobo a lot of challenges. So say coalition was a problem, but in the EC one more IPAC meeting no, on the challenges they didn't speak on the coalition. It's quite interesting. That means maybe they don't see anything wrong with the collation of the results, but observer mission can say collation of the results was a problem. Now they also spoke on proposals forging ahead. The woman to me now one of the things I want kind of say Sisiano they want to be closing the polls at 3 p.m. instead of 5 p.m. One say about no okoto aba 5 na yapon or Sisiano by 3, so that I don't know, maybe so that they get enough time to collate the result. Maybe once the collation of the result, sometimes it enters into the night. I don't know, but sana walker I say by 3 p.m. by 3 p.m. Now was it 2020 elections? Sana na one more person more, but because of coronavirus ninti internal ambassador. So and also I can send in some way. Mensa REVEALS no, it was also part of it. Now we share the proposals and so was also I agree with her and they say we should have a year-round exhibition system that would enable the citizens to check their registration details on their smartphones and mobile devices. One said the Ghana and they say I say about one yaba na yakose wo mu amodi 18 no munya dan mu mra register yes na obi wo ho a we di 20 now so on register why because say every 4 years near yes ade no na the reason is say ebi asa nipa kono the last time ye to abanana we di 17 into when to me register into otwen after 4 years I we di 21 into afiance work kwa register but the EC can say every year yen register nkrofo every year because every year will be will be 18 and no crano it will reduce the queue into yebe EC offices. Now every year would the 18 and now be register into you do say yebe to abana queue be any ho will be with the 18 be register already. What you say? So I feel say it is one of the proposals via ebeboa the electoral process. Now, isinakasa Oma can be bewe. The problem I have and they say there are still some people at Isino and Yomuye Juma up to now they've not paid them. You are telling us say you saved 41%. Sika na ye yusu we save 41%. What my ati as I say abayin afandeo 100%. The first time, not to say ye the Sikana mamo. So why is it that people who worked for you they have still not been paid? Sikana fahin. That's the question. Won't try to comment box anymore. But I say.